The holidays are almost here. Get all your holiday shopping done with early savings at QATAR.com. Now, shop value, rent the belt, collectibles, and so much more. Scan the QR code on screen or visit QATAR.com to start your holiday shopping today. So, in the show, going down, it's the biggest significant strikes that protest in their fight. Triple the amount of athlete fights. But it is being matched very well by Bilal Mohammed here through the first round.
Wait. Yo. Yo, boys. I made it, boys. I made it, boys. Listen, man. We made it, man. UFC Qatar. UFC Qatar, man. Bilal versus Ian Gary. Yo, Raptor, brother, how are you, man? Listen, I just started watching the event, boys. I just started watching the event. I couldn't watch the earlier fights, man. Had a. It doesn't matter. Listen, I'm here now. I'm here now. Yo, Shamil got KO'd. I saw on Instagram. Jack Hermanson also got KO'd, man. I can't believe I missed that fight. At least Autobuy won. If you know me, you know I love Autobuy. But it's looking like Ian Gady versus Bilal is a bit of a fun fight. I mean, Bilal's already busted open, so it looks like a fun fight, man. I mean, like right now, Ian Gary is piecing up Bilal. Okay, Bilal's got the take. He's got the. He's trying to take him down, but he's got him against the cage. Um, Haraguchi with the upsets shows how good Mighty Mouse is. Oh yeah, I saw that, man. He submitted one of Khabib's guys. He submitted one of Khabib's guys. I saw that, man. I saw that on Instagram. I can't believe I missed that, bro. But yeah, man, we're here now. At least I get to see Dan Hooker, KO, Aman Sarukian live. Um, so how were the fights, man? Were the rest of the fights amazing? I can't believe I missed them. I'm gonna watch the other fights later on. But we're here for the core main events. We're here for the main events as well. As expected, man. Bilal versus Ian Gary is going as we thought it would go. Kind of boring right now. So, I mean, I'm really expecting this to be a fun fight. Every single main card fights, it was crazy, bro. Listen, man. I mean, now you're giving me FOMO, man. You're giving me FOMO, but I'm gonna rewatch the fights and I'll rewatch the fights, man. But I already saw the upsets on Instagram. Waldo Acosta knocked out our boy Shamil. The meme king has died. He died, bro. He knocked him out in round one. Listen, man, I like Waldo Acosta. He's the mob of the heavyweight division. He's saving the heavyweight division right now. So, I mean, Tom Aspinall, count your days. Tom Aspinall, count your days. Valdo Acosta's coming for you. He's coming for you. We're coming for you. If Shamil got knocked out, you have to get knocked out as well. I'm sorry, that's the truth, boys. If Shamil got knocked out, then Tom Aspinall has to get knocked out. He has to buy Waldo Acosta. He has to get knocked out. It has to happen. You know what I mean? Or by IDK the spelling, KO finish. Yeah, man, I saw that one as well. KO'd. Okay, eye poke. Damn, yeah, he KO'd Jack Hermanson. Listen, guys, Jack Hermanson should retire. Jack Hermanson should retire. He got KO'd the last time he was in there against Robocop. Um, and then now he got KO'd. Oh, that's a bad eye poke, man. That's a bad eye poke. He did that on purpose. Ian Gary did that eye poke on purpose. He's getting tired. He did that on purpose. Shout out to Bilal. Listen, Tom Aspinall can learn a few things from Bilal. Bilal is going to continue. That's why I'm rooting for Bilal, man. I mean, Bilal is actually making this fight exciting. Bilal is the one making this fight exciting, guys. And then there's people out there rooting for Ian Gary over Bilal Muhammad. How? How are people rooting for Ian Gary over Bilal Muhammad, man? Come on. Here we go with all the fucking gay chats, bro. What the fuck, bro? I'm blocking this guy. How do I block this guy? Put user in timeout. You blocked. You blocked. You blocked, bro. I'm not tolerating none of that bullshit. But yeah, man, I mean, Ian Gary did that eye poke on purpose, bro. He was getting tired. Listen, man, I'm already rooting for Bilal in this fight. Listen, he's eye poking. He's eye poking him again. I'm really rooting for Bilal in this one, boys. Not gonna lie, man. I mean, I want to see Bilal win. Slick head movement by Bilal. Um, nice entry by Bilal. That's a nice entry by Bilal. What kind of strike is that? Yeah, man, poked him in the eye. That was crazy. Uh, Big Zar, you know what it is, man. Ian Gary with yeah, Bilal looks decent. Yeah, man. I mean, I like Bilal, bro. The last time he gave us a fun fight against what's his name, Jack de la Madalena. So it's good to see him back, man. He's kind of winning this round as well. So I said Bilal 2 rounds up. Nice elbow by Ian Gary. That's the end of round 2. Again, chat, do make sure you do subscribe, man. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We're live right now. UFC Qatar. We're in South Africa. It is 10 p.m. in South Africa. We're watching UFC Qatar, man. We're reacting live. It's a big one. It's a big one. Arman Sarukian versus Dan Hooker next. We missed the entire prelims. We missed most of the main card, but we're here for the co-main event. We're here for the main event. So yeah, guys, we're live, man. What are we saying? It's Bilal winning, boys. Because we can't have Ian Gary fighting for a title shot in 2026. I'm sorry, guys. It can't happen. Wesley Snipes has let himself go a bit. Is that supposed to be a diss, man? I mean, then I guess I'm the light skinned Wesley Snipes, bro. I guess I'm the light skinned Wesley Snipes, man. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm played up in here, bro. You see the glasses, bro. You see how we're coming. You see the glasses. You know what I mean? All I need right now is a sword, and I'm full. I'm full blade. You know what I mean? The jackets. You see the black. I'm rocking the black, man. Come on. Vampire mode. Blade. 2002 Blade. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Let's go, man. Round 3. Let's go, Bilal. Tom Aspinall. Listen. Ian Gary is still trying to poke this man in the eye. He's still trying to poke this guy in the. Oh, nice overhand by Bilal. It looks like Ian Gary's gassing out, boys. It looks like Ian Gary's gassing out. Yeah, but I like these. I like these oblique kicks by Ian Gary. They're not. Oh, he's chopping up the leg of Bilal. But yeah, man. Finally got a like. 2 likes. Let's go, man. Let's go. 3 likes. Get them up. 4 likes. Let's go. 8 people in the chat. Let's go, man. We're live. UFC Qatar. Let me read a few comments. Aiden in the chat. What's up, bro? Bro, Ian playing the Cyril Gahn game. Yeah, it's literally trying to put the thumb in the eye. Insane. I hope he loses, man. Like Bilal looks like he's winning. To be honest, man, I don't really care about this matchup. I'm just hoping that Ian Gary doesn't win. Cause he's the most boring fighter in the top 10 in the welterweight division by far. Couldn't even finish Neil Magny. Who cannot finish Neil Magny? Come on, bro. Yeah, but man, listen, Bilal looks good, man. I mean, Canelo hands, the overhands. He's got them Canelo hands, man. He's got Ian Gary backing up. No wonder Ian Gary did not want to go 5 rounds with this guy. I mean, Bilal's a machine. Nice entry by Bilal. Nice entry by Bilal. Bilal Muhammad surpasses Stephen Thompson, Wonder Boy, for fifth most fight time in welterweight division at 5 hours, 19 minutes, and 32 seconds and counting. Crazy fact. 5 hours, 19 minutes, and 32 seconds and counting. That's how much time Bilal has decisioned his way to a victory in the UFC and losses as well, man. He's been in there. He's got the most cage. Oh, nice oblique kick by Ian Gary. Left hook by Bilal. Okay, looks like Ian Gary's chopping up the legs now. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this: if Ian Gary loses this fight, if Ian Gary loses this fight, he's gonna regret not accepting the 5 round fight, because now he's really chopping up the leg of Bilal, and Bilal isn't able to move as fast as he was in the first and second round. So if Ian Gary loses this round, he's gonna have no one but himself to blame for being a coward and being scared to go 5 rounds with Bilal. Because if it were a 5 round fight, I would pick him winning. Because now he's really chopping up the leg of Bilal. Bilal has to hold him now. Bilal literally has to hug this guy because he's been chopping the leg. But we've still got Bilal winning, man. Bilal is 2 rounds up, so he's basically won this fight, man. Ian Gary has to finish this guy, and we all know that Ian Gary is not a finisher. He could never finish. He couldn't even finish Neil Magny. So he's not gonna finish Bilal. But that was a nice right hand by Ian Gary. Uh, Looking like the Black Neo Matrix in this bitch. You know what I mean, boy? You know what I mean, boy? I'm Neo, man. I'm dodging bullets. I'm dodging bullets in slow motion. You know what I mean, boy? I'm Neo back in 2002. Keanu Reeves in this motherfucker. Don't play with me. It was a nice left hand by Bilal Muhammad. Left hook by Ian Gary. Gary's gas, boys. 40 seconds left in the third round. Bilal hugging. Crazy how both these guys said that they were going to finish each other and no one believed them. That was a nice elbow by Ian Gary. Um, those oblique kicks are lethal. They are, man. I mean, those hurt. We don't even like at the gym. We don't allow anyone to throw those strikes because they can. If one of those land properly, your leg is damaged forever. So that's a brutal strike, man. 10 seconds left. They throwing some spinning stuff. Let's go, Bilal. They're gonna hug it out. Oh, left hook to win the fight. Nice one. Oh, Shafkat. Shafkat is in attendance. Uh, yeah. He wasn't there last week at New York because he knew he's not getting the title shot. So he decided to watch this fight. Um, I don't know why Shafkat is here. I didn't care. I don't know about Canelo Hands, but he's tough. I think first round Ian, second Bilal, and third Ian till now. Nah, man, I've got Bilal winning. I think Bilal won the lot. I could see you. I could see Ian Gary getting the first round, but those last 2 rounds were definitely Bilal's. He pushed the pace. He landed the much more effective strikes. So it looks like Bilal. It doesn't look like Bilal thinks he won. So it's kind of interesting, man. I don't like when fighters have like they really have that distressed look of what if the judges pick this other guy, because like the judges kind of look at the fighters as well. As soon as the fight is over, they look at the expressions in their face. So if you're looking down and you're looking all stressed out, then if you think you lost the fight, they're gonna think you lost the fights as well, because we gotta remember, guys, these judges are used for boxing, not MMA. They don't know MMA. Let's see who won. Bruce Buffer. Decision. 30-27. Wow. 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 30-27, boys. 30-27. Boys. Yo. Raptor. Raptor. 30-27. Can you believe that one judge gave Ian Gary all the rounds? One judge gave Ian Gary all the rounds. Oh. Whoa. I can't believe that, man. One judge gave Ian Gary all the rounds. I mean, I could see how you scored, I could see how Ian Gary won 2 rounds, but all the rounds, 30-27. So you're telling me there was a 10-8 round in there? There was a 10-8 round in there. It's crazy. Listen, guys, the top of the division, man, at welterweight is insane right now. I mean, we've got Michael Morales, who's kind of zasty. We've got Ian Gary, who's a cuck. Carlos Prates, who smokes cigarettes the entire day. Shafkat hasn't fought in forever. Jaquan Buckley, he lost to Kamaru Usman with no knees and disappeared. So what are we saying, boys? I mean, who's fighting Islam next? It can't be Kamaru Usman now. Now that Machado won, it can't be Usman. But Ian is the 6th ranked right now. So next week he's gonna be, I think top 3. He's gonna be top 3. He's likely, listen, Ian Gary's gonna be above Shavkat Rakhmonov, who beat Ian Gary last year. So unlucky, man, for Shavkat. The inactivity, Hasbulla in the crowd. Hasbulla in the crowd. They love they love that guy out there. But yeah, man. I mean, the inactivity of Shavkat, unfortunately, is gonna leave him outside of the top 5 by next week Friday, which is kind of insane, man. Um, that's crazy, bro. I mean, it's insane. Ian Gary in the top 3. Machado, Gary in the top 3. At least you guys got to watch the other fights, man. Like I didn't get to watch the other fights, so I know most of you guys like don't really care about this one. This is my first fight of the night. Is watching Ian Gary, uh, rob Bilal Muhammad, which is kind of crazy. So right now, man, I'm really listen, bro. I'm really hoping for Dan Hooker to get the KO. Like for me to sleep peacefully today, Dan Hooker has to get the KO, man. At least you guys got to see Autopie, Knockouts, Jack Hermanson. You got to see whatever that guy's name is that fought Mighty Mouse back in the day. Chokeouts, one of Khabib's guys. So you got to see the fun fights. So right now, man, I mean, for me, um, I'm hope. Listen, bro, like Dan Hooker, I'm hoping for a Dan Hooker finish, man. Let's go, Dan Hooker finish, man. A Dan Hooker finish, man. Let's go. Good McGregor versus good Khabib. Um, I think Khabib all day, man. I would give 10-9 first round Ian, second round 10-9 Bilal, third round. So you had it 2-1 for Ian Gary. I could see that, bro. But one of the judges gave him it was one of the scorecards said 30-27. So there were 2 10-8 rounds. That's crazy, bro. I don't understand that. I don't understand, bro. You look like Ye from Timu. I mean, listen, bro, that's my favorite artist of all time. So At least I'm being compared to one of my favorite people ever, bro. I mean, a lot of you guys are calling me Wesley Snipes and what's his name? You're calling me Anderson Silva and all these other guys. I'm being compared to Ye, man. I mean, wait till nigga Hitler. They don't know the things I say on Twitter. Oh my nigga, nigga, how Hitler Yo, plus, yo, guys, Kanye is coming to my country. He's coming to my country in, I think it's in 4 weeks, the 13th of December. So yeah, man, listen, if you listen, chats, if you wanna donate, man, listen, I haven't bought the ticket, I haven't bought the ticket yet. So I'm on Buy Me a Coffee. If you wanna donate, man, I'd appreciate it a lot. The link is up. I'm Zar-Kombat on Buy Me a Coffee. If you wanna drop some donations on there, man, I'd appreciate it a lot. Juicy J, I'm Juicy J now. That's crazy. Hello, Nisa, Nitats, in the chats. What's up, man? Raps are saying, bro, don't say Ye is your favorite, man. You know what's happening with him for the last few years. Listen, bro, I could really care less about Kanye's private life or his family life or whatever's going on in the media, man. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I mean, his music changed my life. So I mean, that good music album I still listen to. Oh wow, listen, yo, Dan Hooker's walking out to Chief Keef. Yeah, I hate being so small. Yo, guys, Dan Hooker's the GOAT, boys. He's walking out to Chief Keef. I hate being sober. I'm a smoker. Da, 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 da. Yo, Dan Hooker's the GOAT, boys. He's walking out the Chief Keef. Now Dan Hooker, listen, Dan Hooker has to win, man. Dan Hooker has to win. Dan Hooker has to win. Dan Hooker has to win. I love his music too, but bro, kind of racist. I don't know whether he's right or wrong, but targeting the community is not cool. To be honest, man, I mean, I don't know, maybe not. Again, man, I don't really like people's personal lives. I don't really like. I'm not one of those people that are like follow celebrities and their lives. Like I've never been one of those guys. I've never been one of those people. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna like this guy because he said this and that. I don't really I don't follow all of that, bro. So for me, man, I mean, you can't take away the music, even if you do believe he's whatever you think he is or whatever the world thinks he is. You still cannot take away the music, man. It's the same thing with R. Kelly. People are trying to cancel him, but you can't take away the music, man. You know what I mean? You cannot take away the music. So it is what it is, man. I mean, I listen to the guy. I like the guy's music. He's still my goat. When it comes to music, I don't really care. I could care less about his personal life and whatever people think about him in the world. I don't really care, bro. But listen, man, Dan Hooker's walking out to Chief Keef, Sosa. He has to get the KO, man. He looks locked in. He's normally smiling when he walks out. No smile, grinning. Yeah, man. Listen, Arman Sarukian is about to get knocked out. Arman Sarukian is about to get knocked out. Usianda, yo, Usianda in the chat. That's in lap on Jayam. That's in lap. Yeah, man. I mean, chat. I'm saying it again, man. Dan Hooker is walking out to Chief Keef. Dan Hooker is normally smiling when he walks out. He is locked in. There is no smile. He's ripped. I've never seen him in this shape before. Obviously, he had a broken hand that he was dealing with. We haven't seen him since UFC 305. We haven't seen Dan Hooker since UFC 305 when he beats what's his name, Gamrot. UFC 305 was DDP versus Israel Adesanya. That's the last time we saw Dan Hooker was on that card. So he's been away for a long time, man. So good to see him back. Him coming back and walking out to Chief Keef. Goated theme song. Crowd going crazy for Aman Sarukian. He's about to walk out. A lot of pressure on Aman Sarukian, man. I mean, he's got his whole family out there. He's got his dad. I mean, he said he's never fought in front of his dad before, so that's a lot of pressure for him. Can he handle the pressure? I didn't like that he during the weigh-ins. I mean, obviously it was cool for to make us more exciting for the fight when he headbutted Dan Hooker, but at the same time, man, it kind of looked like he was kind of I don't know, man. I mean, it looks like Dan Hooker's already in his head because it wasn't like a boo. I'm gonna bump you in the face. I'm gonna hit you in the face to try and make this fight more interesting. To try and make people care more about this fight. So it was like a boo. I'm hitting you in the face because I don't like you. You know what I mean? Because I need to be mad to fight you. But I don't know, man. I mean, Aman Sarukian's always getting into trouble, so maybe I'm just wrong and overthinking. But yo, a lot of I don't know what country Aman is from, but there's a lot of his flags out there. I know he's not from Russia. I've never seen like it's. I don't know where the flag is from. I think it's gonna pop up again in the screen, but his country's flag is all over this arena. So yeah, man. I mean, this entire crowd is rooting for him. We're rooting for the GOAT. Dan Hooker walked out to Chief Keef. I hate being sober. I'm a stoner. Da, 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 da. So yeah. Yo, a lot of comments just came in. Raptor in the chat saying obviously his music was life changing, even for me. But let's just say understand these celebs ain't really good people. People aren't perfect, I know, but these celebs are assholes, no jokes, most of. Let's just say these celebs aren't who we think they are, no matter the talent. You kind of understand you would never want to spend time with them. Not saying they want to spend time with me. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, I'm gonna say it again, man. When it comes to celebrities, man, I could really care less about their private lives. It does not matter to me. I like music, like I like rap music, and OG Kanye, man. OG Kanye is the GOAT, bro. I mean, just the Runaway song, by itself, you could never, you could. I don't care what people say, bro. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Fuck his private life. I don't care about the. I don't care. He made Runaway. He made Runaway. So you cannot tell me that his music is trash just because of his private life and what he says in public. I don't know. I don't care. But I'm saying it again, man. Dan Hooker walked out to Chief Keef. Uh, Dan Hooker has to get the KO, man. He cannot walk out to Chief Keef and not get the KO. Dan Hooker has the most fights on today's card, 22 professional fights. Dan Hooker is 35 years old, boys. Dan Hooker is 35 years old. Aman Sarukian is only 29. Yeah, man. I mean, Aman Sarukian is gonna beat this guy. Aman Sarukian hasn't even entered his prime, and guys, I want Dan Hooker to win so bad, man. But I don't know how Dan Hooker wins this fight. I don't see a path to victory for Dan Hooker at all. But I hope he proves me wrong, man. He walked out to Chief Keef, so we're all rooting for him. Yo, bro, what do you think about yeah, I'm not answering that question, bro. Yo, Astro chill. Astro, bro, I know I said I was gonna go live for the entire main card, bro. I literally just joined the live for for the core main events and the main events. I missed the other big fights, the big fun fights, man. I had doesn't listen. I had something going on. We're here right now. We're here to witness Dan Hooker KO Aman Sarukian somehow. I don't know how, but the MMA gods are with us. We're all rooting for Dan Hooker, man. I mean, Aman looks nervous. Dan Hooker has been in this position multiple times. He's the underdog, man. Listen, 6-3 as underdog. Um, this is a big fight, man. This is a big fight. We haven't seen any movements in the top of the division at lightweights. This is the biggest fight. Um, this is the only ranked. I think in the top 10 in the lightweight division, these two are the only guys that have had a fight booked in the last like 3 months, I believe. Not even 3 months, like last 6 months. You know what I mean? So good to see the lightweights, the top of the lightweights back in there. Um, Raps is saying I want Dan to win so bad as well. We're all rooting for Dan, man. I don't know. I don't know if he wins, man. I don't know how he wins. Oh, Arman is from Armenia. He's from Armenia. So those are all the flags in the crowd. Like there's a lot of Armenian flags in the crowd. I mean, Arman's a rich guy. He probably brought all those people from like with his own money. It's probably like his entire family. Like a lot of Armenian are they gonna touch gloves? These guys don't like it. Is Arman gonna hit him again? They're not gonna touch gloves. Arman was not willing to touch gloves. Dan Hooker reached out. They touched gloves. Uh, red pill or blue pill? I'm already in the matrix, man. Come on, don't you see me, man? I took the red pill years ago. I'm the South African. I'm the South African Neo. I'm the South African Keanu Reeves. You know what I mean? I'm out here. Bro. Not see this light, bro? Come on, out here dodging bullets in slow motion. But yeah, boys, round one. Let's go, man. Dan Hooker, Southpaw stance. Big shout out from Canada. Yo, Canada in the chats. How are you, buddy? I'm good, my brother. UFC has uploaded its fight schedule. I saw it today. So what fights are gonna be coming up, man? What fights are gonna be coming up? I know UFC 324 next year is on the 24th of January. Yo, Batman, what's happening, man? Good to see you back, my brother. I haven't seen you in a while. UFC, QATAR. Yo, Aman Sarukian going for a takedown, shooting for a takedown. Wow, nice sweep. But he doesn't finish the takedown though. Dan Hooker loves throwing the knees, man. I saw an opportunity for him to throw the knee when Aman was entering. So I think maybe Aman was a bit quicker than Dan Hooker had expected. I would have thought that Dan Hooker by now would have moved to featherweight, not featherweight, welterweight. He's been a lightweight his entire career. With him being 35 years old now, you would think that the weight cuts is kind of getting to him a lot. Plus, nice knee by Aman Sarukian, wobbled Dan Hooker. High kick by Dan. Dan is still hurt, boys. Oh no, Dan Hooker's gonna get knocked out. I already see it happening, guys. Dan Hooker's gonna get knocked out. He's keeping his hands way too low. Aman Sarukian is way too fast. Dan Hooker's gonna get knocked out, boys. I can't believe I'm gonna watch Dan Hooker get knocked out, chat. Oh no, the jabs are hurting him. The jabs are hurting Dan. Headbutts by Aman Sarukian. That was a headbutt. Uppercut by Aman Sarukian in the clinch. Nice knee. Let's go, Dan Hooker. Let's go. Nice knee to the body by Dan. Whoa, Dan's got the back. Bad decision by Dan trying to... Oh, he's got the guillotine. Oh, wow. What a scramble by Aman Sarukian, man. He gets the top position. I can't believe that Aman Sarukian is only 29 years old, man. Aman Sarukian is only 29 years old. Guy hasn't even entered his prime. He's a future champion, man. Like we have to see him versus Ilya Taporia soon. We have to see that fight, boys. We got to see that fight. Batman saying, brother, I apologize. The last time I was here, I got a bit disrespectful. To be honest, man, I don't really remember. So, y'all good, man. Astro Chill saying he looks older. Yeah, man. I mean, he's already been wobbled like twice. He keeps his hands way too low. Aman Sarukian was catching him like he was catching him fast, boys. He was catching him fast. So it's not looking good for Dan right now. He's already blooded up. There's blood coming out of his right cheek. A minute and 30 seconds into left in the first round. Um, Kind of interesting seeing Dan Hooker engage. Not really engage, but being the one that's is pushing for the grappling. You would think that Dan Hooker would want to strike a bit more. He did want to, but then he kind of got wobbled on the feet, man. I saw him get wobbled. So we've seen Dan Hooker get wobbled before. I saw him get wobbled, man. So he decided to pull guard and take it to the ground. Nice elbows from Aman Sarukian on the ground. Dan's got his toes in the cage. The referee hasn't seen it. Um, he looks older, like 32 or 34. Nah, he's 35 years old. I saw it on the screen. Dan Hooker is 35 years old. Aman Sarukian is 29 years old. So it's not looking good for Dan Hooker, chat. It is not looking good for Dan Hooker right now. Still got his toes against in the cage. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just hoping that listen, if Dan Hooker loses, man, I hope he gets submitted or it's a decision. I cannot see Dan Hooker get KO'd, chats. After seeing Volkanovski get the belt back, after seeing I mean Dan is smiling in the corner. Oh wow, that eye. The left eye of Dan Hooker is almost closed. That's bad. I think it was the headbutt. Oh no, it was the knee. But yeah, man, listen, we saw Volkanovski win earlier this year. We saw Charles Oliveira get the win. We saw Pereira got the win. All these guys that are above 35, you've seen them win. So I cannot. Oh, wow. Yeah, man, listen, Dan Hooker's left eye is shut. They might end this fight, boys. They may end this fight. Okay, nope. It's going to continue. Okay, let's go, man. Round two. First round, Aman Sarukian. Yeah. Adam Levi's in the chat saying, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Game boys, UFC Qatar, man. We're reacting live. Nice body kick by Aman Sarukian. Aman Sarukian versus Dan Hooker. It's the Zar-Kombat live stream. Dan's got his hands way too low for my liking, man. He's not keeping the distance. I think Aman Sarukian is trying to time like a high kick, I believe. Or he's gonna spin. He's gonna spin. He's gonna spin. Dan Hooker is way too flat-footed, man. He needs to be bouncing a bit more. Nice high kick by Dan. Oh wow. Oh, 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 oh. Beautiful, bro. Beautiful scramble. Beautiful scramble by beautiful scramble by Aman Sarukian, man. Like Dan had the guillotine in, just kind of I don't know, man, just kind of spun around and was out of there. I've never seen that before. I'm gonna try that in the gym one time. I need to try that. Nice elbows by Dan Hook, by Aman Sarukian. Not looking good for Dan Hooker, boys. It's not looking good for Dan Hooker, man. 10-9 Arman Sarukian or 10-8. Nah, that's a 10-9. Could have been a 10-8. You don't know. I mean, we're in Arman Sarukian's region, so you know the judges are going to be biased for Arman Sarukian. Either way, if this goes to a decision, it doesn't matter how many rounds we believe Dan Hooker wins. It doesn't matter how many times Dan Hooker may knock down Arman Sarukian, but nah, ground and pound by Arman Sarukian. It's looking bad, boys. It's looking bad for Dan Hooker, man. He's holding on for dear life. He's holding on for dear life. Big elbows by Arman Sarukian, man. It's not looking good for Dan, boys. A whole 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in round two. Big elbows. Big, vicious elbows. Vicious elbows. Hard dick in the chat saying live from Antarctica. Greetings from Antarctica. I don't believe you're watching from Antarctica, bro. There's no way there's internet in Antarctica. Is there internet in Antarctica, chats? Cause it's like it's in the middle of nowhere with just ice, far away from literally every other country. I believe. Are you really watching live from Antarctica, bro, or are you just trolling me? You're really watching live from Antarctica. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Oh no. Oh no. Looks like Arman Surukin's about to get Dan Hooker taps, boy. Listen. At least he didn't get knocked out. At least Dan Hooker did not get knocked out. Listen, man. Ilia Taporia versus Arman Surukian, UFC 323. No, UFC 324. Ilia Taporia versus Arman Sarukian, chat. UFC 324. It has to happen. Forget about Justin Gaethje. Forget about Paddy Pimblett. All those guys, they don't want to fight. They haven't signed the contract. It has to happen, man. It has to happen. Looks like that guy from Ice Age. Which guy from Ice Age do I look like? Which guy from Ice Age do I look like? Are there any guys in Ice Age? Because there's only animals in Ice Age, I believe. I don't know. I haven't watched that movie in like 15 years. So, oh wow. Hamza Chimaev was in the corner of Arman Sarukian. That's good to see. As soon as I saw the head up near the head, I knew it was over. Yeah, man. I mean, that's a painful choke. I think Dan is gonna be very disappointed in himself for not taking a lot of chances on the feet. That was his only path to victory. So and besides, man, I mean, again, chats. I mean, Arman Sarukian had his father in the crowd, his entire family, I believe. So I mean, we knew there was no way this guy was gonna lose. As much as I mean, I wanted to see Dan Hooker win, but no way this guy was gonna lose in front of his father, man. But either way, I mean, yeah, Dan Hooker lost, boys. That's it for UFC Qatar. No UFC next weekend. Scarlett's in the chat saying hello. I came from Turkey. Turkey in the chat. We're live, man. We're live from South Africa. So shout outs. Khamzat, we still want our belts as South Africans. Give DDP the rematch. Give him the rematch, and I guarantee the belt is coming back to SA. And you know what, chats? I'm gonna say this, man. I'm really disappointed in Dracus du Plessis, man. I'm really disappointed in Dracus du Plessis. Last week, he hyped us up. He said there's a big announcement that was gonna be made on Monday. We were all hoping for UFC South Africa announcement. Everyone in the country was hoping for a UFC South Africa announcement. Even though I knew it wasn't gonna happen, he still promised us something big. And we were all hoping for a UFC South Africa announcements, but it was just I don't know. He's starting some promotion. Well, not really a promotion, but he's starting some fighting. I don't know, like some. It's just he's doing something big in Cape Town, but it kind of felt like we thought he was gonna. Sorry, guys, I've got bad internet. So I was saying I was watching this short. It was following his UFC 319. Like that was beautiful to watch, man. The game, the pain, the aftermath of losing after working so hard, and then yo, that was a beautiful short documentary, man. So shout out to the UFC for pushing Dracus Duplessis and realizing that they have a star in Dracus Duplessis, man. So I believe the UFC is still going to come to South Africa. I'm thinking a UFC fight night next year. Um, DDP versus whoever, because Khamzat is going to be out until like April next year. So he's gonna fight next year. He's gonna fight Nazardini Mavov, and then he's gonna be gone, and he's gonna fight in 2027. So I want to hear Arman Sarukian call out Tuptoro. Uh, he's doing EFC in Cape Town. Yeah, like some EFC legacy series, or I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, man, but he knows we were hoping for a UFC South Africa announcement. So I don't know why he hyped us up. He had the mayor of Cape Town there. Like, why would, bro? I was so disappointed, but I knew it was coming. I didn't even hear Arman Sarukian's post-fight speech. Did he call out Tuptoro? I guess it's kind of official, chat. It's Ilya Taporia versus Arman Sarukian, UFC 324. It has to happen. It has to happen. But yeah, man, I mean, listen, as a South African boys, it was great to finally watch a fight night on Saturday. Um, I mean, I don't mind waking up on Sundays at 2 a.m. I mean, I love the UFC. I'm always going to wake up, but it's cool to watch. It's actually kind of weird, man. Now, not waking up at 2 a.m. knowing I'm going to watch the fights on Sunday is kind of weird. Now that it's not going to happen. Two more events left this year, chat. Two more events left in 2025. UFC 323, and then Brandon Royval versus Manel Kape in the Apex. Disappointing. Normally, man, the UFC always have like a big fight night to end the year. I know last year it was I think it was Kobe Covington versus Shaquan Buckley. Things like fight nights. I don't know. It was a UFC fight night, man. They had the crowd there. So ending the year in the Apex is kind of lame, man. Um, but yeah, chat. Oh, Volko Nuzdemir got the KO. I didn't get to watch all the fights live, so I'm gonna rewatch the fights right now. So how were the prelims? Did any of you guys watch the prelims? How were the prelims, man? Should I watch the prelims? I think every fight on the main card, besides the main events and co-main events, I think every other fight was a finish. From what I'm looking at, so I'm looking at the highlights right now. So can't wait to rewatch this main card. But I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm not gonna watch it now. I think it's like, what time is it now in South Africa? It is 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. right now. I'm not rewatching all of those fights, man. I'll watch it tomorrow. Um, I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna watch some. There's a new season of South Park. Season 28 of South Park dropped. I think, like, I don't know, like like last week, I believe. So I'm gonna download that, and now I want to watch South Park right now. So I'm not really watching any UFC until tomorrow. But yeah, chats. I mean, for those of you guys that watched the entire main card, congratulations to you. I only watched the main events and co-main events. Got to see Bilal Muhammad get robbed. I don't know how one of the judges scored that. You know, a 30-27 for Ian Gary, crazy. And then we saw Dan Hooker get submitted. We knew it was going to happen. It's still kind of sad to see, man. I'm a big Dan Hooker fan. Um, I don't know, chat. What are we saying, man? What are your thoughts on the card? I'm saying Ilya Taporia versus Aman Suruki in January. Make it happen. What's up with Cameron Simon? That's a comment from Usianda. As long as Fizz. Ngaz. I think actually he posted, I asked him, I think this was like last month. I DM'd him on Instagram and I asked him what's going on. Like, do you have a fight coming up? He said, nah, like the UFC hasn't sent him anything. So he doesn't have a fight lined up. Um, we haven't seen him in there since he lost to Malcolm Wellmaker. Got KO'd bad. Um, so I think it's kind of resting up his chin still. I know when you get knocked out like the way he got knocked out, you kind of need like 6 months of recovery. I don't know how long it's been. It feels like an entire year. We haven't seen him in a long time, so I don't know when he's gonna come back, man. Not gonna lie, I don't really know, but can't wait to see him back, man. I mean, when he does come back, I hope he learns to keep his hands up a bit more, man. I mean, you can't just enter with your chin up in the air when you're fighting one of the hardest punching guys in your division. I didn't understand the game plan of him when he going into that fight. It did not make any sense. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Ian Gary won the fight. What you talking about, bro? I'm not saying you didn't win the fight. I'm not saying you didn't win the fight. I'm just saying the 30-27, or did I hear that myself? The 30-27 scorecard was insane. How Ian Gary did not win all those rounds. He won 2 rounds. He won. I had Bilal winning the last 2 rounds, but it's fine. I can see how the judges gave Ian Gary 2 rounds. I can see that. But you're telling me he won all the rounds. You can't tell me that Ian Gary won round 2. Ian Gary did not win that second round. Ian Gary did not win that second round. Simon got fed to monster prospects. That's tough. Yeah, man. I mean, it was Malcolm Wellmaker, and then before that, it was what's the guy that's always beating up prospects at 135? I don't know, like what's his name? Christian something. Christian, the guy that doesn't make weights. Christian, I don't know, Christian, whatever. But that's the other guy he faced. Um, nah, it's not Peyton Tablet, bro. Peyton Tablet was just way before. I'm talking about what's his name, man? That guy that always fights prospects in the bantamweight division. I think he's in the featherweight division right now because he can't make weights anymore. I think his name is like Christian something. Christian. I'm gonna remember the surname later, but yeah, I mean in the UFC, bro, like everyone is a monster, bro. So it's the best of the best in the world. You know what I mean? So I mean, people get caught. It happens. Bilal killed my parlay. It is what it is. I'll tell you this, man. Um, I didn't think that Bilal was going to win the fight, but I was rooting for him. I mean, at least he's had an exciting fight in his life before. Ian Gary, I mean, couldn't even finish Neil Magny. And he's calling out Islam Makachev. He's calling out creatine. He's calling out creatine Islam Makachev. Does he know what creatine Islam Makachev welterweight Islam Makachev is going to do to him. Yeah. But listen, welterweight division right now is not even gonna lie, man. It's the most exciting in terms of activity. You know what I mean? Sad to see Shavkat Rakhmonov in the crowd. Not being, I mean, basically just he's had injuries. I know he got in an accident last year. He's been away forever. Um, and kind of crazy, man. Like he beats Ian Gary last year, and by next week, Ian Gary is going to be ahead of him in the rankings. So I mean, that's the cost of being inactive. Even if it's not like you wanted to not fight. You know what I mean? It's just it's life. But kind of crazy, man. I mean, I like Shafkat, but he needs to get back in there and beat a Kamaru Usman or whoever, man. Come on, he needs to get back in there. Um, Eve Ivan saying, yeah, he tried to implement Dricus's game plan, but he ain't got that plot armor DDP has. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. He doesn't mimic DDP style. It's kind of like Cameron Simon is way too predictable, bro. Like I'm telling you this right now. If I ever had a training session with Cameron Simon, the Cameron Simon that fought Malcolm Wildmaker, I could catch him. I could catch him with the right hook. I could catch him with the right hook. You see, like bro, he has his chin up in the air whilst coming in. It's like he's inviting you to hit him in the chin. You know what I mean? So it's just way too predictable, man. So I hope he's taking this time off to really reinvent his fight style. Yeah, man, I've got bad internet, boys. I'm gonna have to end the live soon. But let me read a couple more comments. Ivan in the chat saying, "I think it's a weird chance against Islam." Not even continuing to read the comments. I'm not continuing to read the comments. The fact that you just said Ian Gary has a chance against Islam, I'm not. Nope, nope. I refuse. I refuse to continue reading whatever you. Yo, that's crazy. You're giving Ian Gary a chance against Creatine Islam Makachev. That's insane, bro. That is insane. That is insane. That's insane. He said Bilal Muhammad's takedown defense to Islam Makachev's Creatine Islam Makachev's. Come on, bro. Uh how do you pronounce this guy about Jacobs? I know this guy is a champion. Faiz Jacobs. Make it in the UFC. Nah, bro. Nah. I mean, bro, I would say like outside of the top five, not the top five, like outside the we bantamweights, I think he's a bantamweight. So I think if yeah, bantamweight, right? Nah, bro. Not even hating on the guy. I love him. He's my second favorite fighter in the UFC, in the EFC. My first one is Jesse Scarpa. I actually trained with the guy out here in Durban, so he's my favorite EFC fighter, Jesse. But as for Wani Faiz, I don't think he makes it into the top 15, man. I mean, he's a fun guy to watch, but nah, man. I mean, guys like Peyton Tablet that are in the just like outside of the top 10, guys like Peyton Tablet, guys like Malcolm Wellmaker, guys like the guy that beats Malcolm Wellmaker on short notice last week. All those guys, man. I mean, guys like what's the OG? What's his name? The OG, the guy with the thing in his back. I forgot his name. He's got the blonde hair now. Ricky Simone. Guys like Ricky Simone, man. I mean, they're gonna brutalize that guy. So I don't think Faiz. I love Faiz, man. Please do not think that I'm dissing him. I love him. I love him. I love his fight style. I don't. Nah, man. I don't think he makes it into the top 15, bro. I know he's been calling for his shots in the UFC for a while, like for years now, actually, because he's been champion on and off for like a couple years now. I remember watching EFC back in 2019 and him being the champion, and then him losing the belts again and being the champion again and losing the belts again and being the champion. So he's kind of had an up down career. I don't know, man. I'd like to see him in the PFL, make as much money as he can, and you know, I'd like to see him in the PFL, man. Fana Jungle about Don Match. Look at Don Match. Look at Don Match, man. He's getting his bag in the PFL. I think he's in one championship now. No, he's a boxer now, I believe. But Drakus is the only South African that's ever, like been successful in the UFC. Don Match wasn't able to crack the top 15. What's about JP Buys? Wasn't able to crack the top 15 as well. Soldier, what's his name? Soldier Boy, the veteran. I remember he got KO'd by Paulo Costa way back in like 2017, I think it was. So, I mean, Drakus is just different, man. I think it's the mentality when it comes to Drakus, bro. It's just the mentality when it comes to Drakus. It's the I'm ready. I'm prepared to die. I'm prepared to give you my arm, give you my knees, give you my toes to walk with the wind. You know what I mean? It's the mentality, bro. Because like he gets hurt every time he's in there, but you hurt him, he moves forward, and he's in your face, and he trains very, very hard. So he's just a different animal, man. None of these other guys in South Africa could break the top 15 in the UFC, man. And I'm not even hating on any of these guys, man. Like I love our athletes. I just don't think like when it comes to the best, I don't. Listen, chat, man. Listen, chat. Before the stream crashes again, I just wanna end the live properly and say thank. W chats as always, man. W stream, a live stream. I'm having a hard time with the internet right now. The Wi-Fi is kind of lagging, so the stream is gonna crash in a bit. But let me read a few comments before I leave. I remember watching the Drickus Soldier Boy fights. Yeah, man, it was a crazy fight way back in the day, man. I remember watching Drickus win the two belts, becoming a two division champion out here in Durban. It was at the two belts, becoming a two division champion out here in Durban. It was at the ICC, I believe. So he's come a long way, man. I didn't get to watch any of his KSW fights while he was in there at the time. So I was really kind of shocked when I saw him when he was signed to the UFC and he was fighting at UFC Fight Island. I was like, man, where's this guy been? Because the last time I had seen him was him being a double champion in the EFC, and then he got signed to KSW. Like I didn't know he got signed, so I hadn't heard anything from Drakus in years. And I'm like, boom, the guy's in the UFC now. So crazy journey, man. Congratulations to him, man. I mean, he's got a beautiful, beautiful story that he's gonna tell these kids one day, and yeah, he can write a book, bro. I mean, guy became the champion of the world, the entire world, bro, the entire world, including our very own people, man, calling him a racist and whatever. I mean, I don't really get into politics, bro. I'm supporting the guy carrying the flag. Um, but yeah, man, guys come a long way. UFC champion, man. UFC champion from South Africa, trains in South Africa, never went overseas, had all these training camps here. Inspirational, man. Um, what do you think about Valdo Acosta saying he isn't? I don't know, man. I mean, I've actually seen like a couple of videos of all these Dominican guys saying they're not. Ah, you me Dominican. Okay, yes, you're Dominican, but you're black. No, me not black. Me no, no, no. Me not black. Me not black. Me Dominican. Yes, you're Dominican, but you're black. No, me no, me no, 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 no. Me not black. Me not black. I'll tell you this though. Um, I don't really know, man. I mean, I don't really know what really offensive out here. It's like it's just it's I don't want to say it's normal. It's a cultural thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not offensive. So I feel like in the Dominican, I've got a colored girlfriend. Like, whoa, whoa, you can't say colored. That's bad because it's offensive in your country. You know what I mean? But in here, it's like it's a cultural thing. It's normal. It's a part of our heritage. You know what I mean? But forget about the politics, bro. Costa is the one that's gonna knock out Tom Aspinall. Listen, man, if I got to see Shamil get knocked out, Tom Aspinall has to get knocked out by Waldo Acosta. I'm saying it again. I had to take off the sunglasses for this one. If I had to see the meme goat Shamil get knocked out, Waldo Acosta has to finish what he started. He has to finish what he started today after he KO'd the meme king, my goat Shamil. He has to knock out Tom Aspinall. He has to knock out Tom Aspinall, man. It's the only. I mean, he has to. He has to. He cannot knock out Shamil and not get a title shot and not knock out whoever gets the title. So, Waldo Acosta, please finish what you started, bro. Because watching my goats get knocked out flat, it broke my heart, man. It broke my heart. That was crazy to watch, bro. That was crazy to watch. Um, After Tom loses his belt to Kane, to Gan, sorry, to Gan. I don't know why I thought Kane. After Tom loses his belt to Gan, Salsa Boy will take him out and put him on a loose streak after a Sergey rematch. So you think Tom is gonna lose against Gan in the rematch? Uh, it's crazy, man. I mean, kind of crazy how a lot of people are picking Gun after watching him win that first round. It's understandable, but we're gonna have to wait and see. But Salsa Boy has to finish what he started, man. He has to finish what he started. He cannot knock out our boy Shamil the Goat and not get the belt. You have to get the belt. You have to become he has to listen. Waldo Acosta has no other option but to become the champion now. I'm saying it again, man. Waldo Acosta, after knocking out Shamil the Goats, he has no other option but to become the champion of the heavyweight division. He has to do it, man. Arman the Goats calling out Ilya Abturo, a fraud. I didn't even get to hear the post-fight speech, man. I was just bummed out, seeing Dan Hooker lose, man. He's one of my all-time favorites. I knew he was gonna lose, but it's still sad to watch. But yeah, man, listen, UFC, do the right thing. UFC 324, Abturo versus Arman Sarukian. It has to happen. At least Arman has earned his title shots. You know what I mean? He made weight as the backup fighter back in UFC 317, I believe it was. He made weight today, submitted a veteran. Justin Gaethje could not beat a guy he was fighting on short notice that he had fought before. So, Paddy Pimblett, man, come on. We cannot listen. I'm taking off the glasses again. We cannot give Paddy Pimblett a title shot for beating Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler, who loses to everyone. Come on, man. Come on. We gotta be serious, man. We cannot turn the UFC into boxing, man. We cannot turn the UFC into boxing. The best fight the best. And right now, the best in the lightweight division is Charles Oliveira, number one, Arman Sarukian, number three, and Ilya Topuria, number two. I'm saying it again, the best of the best have to fight each other, man. Do not turn the UFC into boxing. Charles is the number one. He's the greatest fighter ever. But right now, it's Ilya Topuria versus Arman Sarukian, man. Those are the two best guys in that division right now. So they gotta fight each other, man. Arman Sarukian is good to go. Took no damage. He's good to go, man. He's good to go. He's a very disciplined guy. I believe, even though like his content on IG, he's always kind of just eating fast food, but that's just content. But he's a disciplined guy, man. He can make the weight again, but that's only if he wants to. Hell nah, he was losing the striking too. If Hooker didn't go for those guillotines, he would have done well. Nah, man. Listen, I'm actually as much as it hurts seeing Dan Hooker get submitted, but I like that it was a submission because if it kept on going on the feet, man, Dan Hooker was gonna get knocked out. He was getting rocked, bro. He was getting rocked. Like Arman Sarukian was way too fast for Dan Hooker, man, and Dan Hooker was keeping his hands way too down. So it is what it is, man. Um, hell no, he was losing the striking too. Yeah, he was losing the striking, man. He was losing the striking. Again, man, shout out to the two people in the chat. Do make sure you do subscribe, guys. And I am also on Discord. I am on TikTok. I am on Instagram. The links are up. And if you do want to donate, man, I've had some people ask me, how can we donate? How can we, show support? I am on Buy Me a Coffee. It's an app where you can donate as much as you would like. So feel free to hit the link, man, and support if you would like to. AZ double Q in the chat saying Hooker grows as the fight goes on. He doesn't get knocked out. Come on, man. I mean, Dan Hooker was gonna get knocked out if it was just a striking match, bro. He was gonna get knocked out by Aman Sarukian, bro. Come on. I mean, Dan Hooker got knocked out by Arnold Allen in the featherweight division. You know what I mean? Um, I mean, he can take a shot, but he hasn't been in there in a very long time. You know what I mean? We haven't seen him in like, I don't know, like almost a year. Last time we seen him was last year in August. Last year in August. So you could see the ring rust. You know what I mean? You could see the ring rust. He wasn't moving. He was very flat footed. I wasn't bouncing around. And I still think he's got an injury, man. I still think that arm of his is not really 100%. But listen, I'll say this, man. Dan Hooker is still goated for walking out to Chief Keef, Sosa, and love Sosa. That was a crazy entrance, man. That was a crazy song choice, especially him being a guy all the way from Australia and him, bumping some Chicago music, O Block. That was crazy to watch. Um, LMFAO, laughing my ass off. Arman isn't a good striker. He has that one clip of that gay kick. People glaze him for it. The zasty kick. Nah, but like even jokes aside, man. I mean, Arman really was piecing up Dan Hooker on the feet, bro. It wasn't looking good. I was even saying like mid-fight that I would prefer Arman Sarukian submits him or he gets a decision win because I was not prepared to see Dan Hooker get knocked out. That's something I was just like that didn't even cross my mind. But again, man, Dan Hooker, as much as he does rely on building his way up to the fights, he hasn't been in there since August. You know what I mean? So you could see him, man. Like he was very flat-footed. He wasn't bouncing around, and he just wasn't himself, man. But he'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back. He's probably gonna fight Benoit Saint-Denis next. It's gonna be a fun one. Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint-Denis, the God of War. But to be honest, man, like the God of War deserves someone ranked higher. Realistically, man, it should be Paddy Pimblett versus Benoit Saint-Denis, but yeah, the UFC, they're not gonna make that fight. They're still protecting Paddy Pimblett. Nitin has entered the chat. Good to see you back, my brother. Khamzat should learn how to submit from Arman Sarukian. Yeah, man. I mean, you can't keep having those boring fights. A double Q saying, we're gonna be blessed by Elia clocking him out cold in the jaw. Do we really think that Abtoro beats Arman Sarukian, man? Listen, man, that's gonna be a very, very like Abtoro versus Arman Sarukian. That's gonna be a fun build-up. Because I know as much as a lot of people, either people are gonna believe that Arman is gonna win by submission, and a whole lot of people are gonna pick Ilia Topuria winning by KO. At the end of the day, man, it's on paper, it's a 50-50 fight. And I'd be excited, man. So for the UFC to make it official. Just in the chat saying Guru doing yo, my English is going away, chats. Hey, nasi sambis ngis. Guru doing black backflips after KOG fights. Oh, I mean, the Dagestan guy got submitted. So Guru was kind of beefing with these Dagestan guys, and he got his show cancelled with the goats, Mighty Mouse. So I know Guru was happy to see a Dagestan guy lose that way. Yo, Dage, CODM, saying my bro. What's up, man? What's up? We're live, bro. Good to see you back, my brother. Haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you back, my brother. I hope you're good, bro. Guys, did he think a few African bums would do the job? His coach was delusional. To be honest, man, listen, I've had this conversation with so many people, and I'm so glad you dropped that comment. I'm gonna say this, man. 30 years. Like how old is Hamza? It's like 30 something. So 30 years of wrestling. 30 years of wrestling versus Drakus. Let's say Drakus was preparing for that fight for like I know like half a year, so more than half a year. Let's say maybe like what, like 10 months. So 30 years of wrestling. 30 years of wrestling at the highest level. He's been doing this. Hamzat has been doing this since he could walk. 30 years of wrestling versus let's say a year of training defensive wrestling. 30 years of training wrestling at the highest level versus your 1 year of training defensive wrestling, if that's even a thing, but training wrestling. And obviously, man, I mean, Hamzat was always going to dominate him. I think DDP going into that fight, I think he was confident in himself. He was confident in the work that he had put in. But I think ultimately, man, the game plan, even though he would never admit this, the game plan was to was hoping that Hamza Chimaev would make a mistake and he would catch him. Whether it was a knee with him going for an entry, catching him with the knee, or whatever it was, you could tell that the game plan was them hoping that he would make a mistake and they would catch him. That's why Drakus refused to quit in that fight. That's why Drakus didn't. He had opportunities where he could, where he could. He had multiple opportunities where he could. What word am I looking for? He could attempt submissions, but he chose not to because he knew he was waiting for him. He was waiting to get up and kind of catch him with something. Wait for Hamzat to make a mistake. Unfortunately, man, Hamzat almost did make a mistake in that last round, but DDP was tired. He tried, man. He had the rear naked choke in, man. I remember when he had the rear naked choke in. I was the most hyped guy on earth, bro. I swear. I'm actually that like the reaction is up. Like the fifth round, Drakus Duplessis versus Hamzat Chimaev. South African reacts to UFC 329. No, UFC 319. It's up there. Go check out my reaction, man. I was hyped. Um, mm, mm, mm. Dage saying, as a black South African, what's your honest opinion on how Drakus represents your country, bro? Um, yeah, man. I mean, Drakus, man. I mean, listen, he's not really like a fan favorite out here. I'll tell you this, man. For DDP versus Adesanya last year, man, like everyone that I know, like all the homies that I know were rooting for Izzy. And obviously, man, like Adesanya is a star out here. Adesanya is a star. Most people started watching the UFC in 2019, like myself, when they started the ESPN deal. That was when Adesanya was in his prime. So deep down in our hearts, man, Adesanya obviously, means a lot to African people. Showed us, you know, work hard, you can make it happen. But for me, man, I mean, I'm always gonna represent the guy, or at least I'm always gonna support support the guy representing the flag. Um, and to be honest, man, I could really care less about Dricus's political views and his past, interviews. I mean, I saw a trending video on TikTok where he spoke about I think he spoke about, I don't know, like the mass murders that were going on supposedly, and that's where people kind of like were like, okay, no, we're not gonna support this guy, we're not gonna root for this guy. To be honest, man, it's the same thing with, like, for me personally, it's the same thing with like other celebrities as well when it comes to like their personal lives and the kind of people they choose to be. Like, I don't really care, man. Could really care less about his political views. Supporting the guy, representing the flag. He's the one that's gonna bring South Africa to our country, the sport that I love, the sport that I will be involved in, one way or another. I'm making it happen. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of like the conversation I was having earlier with Raptor in the chat. Me saying that one of the guys was saying that I look like Kanye West from Timu, and I was like, man, like Kanye West is my goat, and he was like, nah, bro, you can't say that. Kanye is kind of canceled. I was like, I don't care. I don't care about his political views. I don't care about his personal life. I like his music. You know what I mean? Like, he's my goat. He made Runaway. So it's the same thing with Dricus, man. Like, I love the UFC. It is my passion. It is what I'm genuinely passionate about. And Dricus is right now the leader in bringing South Africa to the country. You know what I mean? So could really care less about his political views. He's carrying the flag, so I'm gonna support the guy carrying the flag, bro. This seems quite sad for a country as a whole, ethnic or a lot of people of a whole. AZ double Q in the chat saying, from what I've seen, most South African fans support Drake, other than that one party that wants to slay all the boys. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of crazy, bro. Kind of crazy. But again, chats, I'm not really into politics, man. I still think it's all a scam. Um, our country, for me personally, man, I'm gonna say this one time, and I'm gonna move on. I don't Me personally, I don't think that South Africa belongs to South Africans. It never has. It belongs to Europe. We are owned by Britain, whether we like it or not, whether you know it or not. It's the truth. So all this, racial war, and this people took our land, and we're gonna kill this one, and white people wanting to move to the United States. Listen, it doesn't matter. We don't own anything. Britain owns us, and that's the truth, whether you like it or not. So, yeah. Omar saying, "Man, just tell us where you're from." I'm from South Africa, bro. If you haven't caught up with the conversation, a lot of politics was chats. I was not intending on this live stream being so political. Back to the guys. Back to the UFC chats. Back to the UFC. Come on, man. Come on, back to the UFC, man. I don't like politics, chats. I do not like politics. Bro, remember how we met? I was hating, bro. I don't really know. I'm a white man and hate the division. I'm a black man and see now it's politics all over. Why did we start this conversation, boys? Can we just go back to us being sad about Dan Hooker getting submitted? Now we're having chats. Let me look for good comments. Unfortunately, I don't come on, chat. Now we're being racist in the chats. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Let's not do that, chat. Let's not do that, boys. Let's not do that. Come on. Let's not do that. Unfortunately, I don't come on. Let's not do that, boys. Let's not do that, man. Come on. Let's not do that, man. Come on. Listen, bro, we've had such a long streak of, you know, um, the Zar-Kombat live streams being W live streams. So let's continue the trend, man. I mean, it's always a fun time. That's why I go live, because I know it's gonna be a fun time. So if it's gonna be this, then uh, um, mm, 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 Yeah, only the Khoisan are native to South Africa. The rest, yeah, I'm not really reading them comments as well. But moving on. Omar saying Khabib is the GOAT. Watch one fight from him. Yeah, man. I mean, Charles Oliveira is the GOAT, and it's not even debatable. Debate me if you have someone higher up on the GOAT list than Charles Oliveira. Debate me, please. I beg you. I beg you. Charles is the GOAT, and you cannot deny that he is the GOAT. Zar the gorilla. I'm gorilla now. Um, AZ Double Q saying we're here for your political takes as well. I mean, you guys had your little political debates in the comments. I'm not reading those comments, but we're moving on. Um, Connor's the GOAT. Which Conor McGregor? So what are you, yo guys? I saw on it's been trending. Is Conor McGregor really coming back? Like Venom dropped some new custom shorts. They've got like the American dollar Chadler. We haven't heard anything from Michael Chadler in like 2 weeks. So you know he has a fight coming up. We haven't heard anything. No Instagram post. No. I don't even think he's been posting on YouTube. I know he's got like a podcast or something. Michael Chadler, nothing. No tweet. It wasn't a debate. It was people uniting, brother. To be honest, man, I didn't even want to read some of the comments, but I just skipped all of them, bro, because I was not prepared to kind of dive into that conversation right now. Um, MLB clips, Zah, you need some tar. It's a bar. What you trying to do? You trying to be a rapper? Out here looking like Prime Yeezy. You feel me? You trying to go bar for bar? I pull up in the SUV. It goes skr skr. Come on. The multi-talented Zar-Kombat. Don't play with me. Do not play with me, boy. You want to go bar for bar? I can rap as well, man. Don't think I got these shades on for nothing, man. Um, DJ saying, nah, Oliveira was the goal for like 2 years. Bro, most submissions ever, most wins ever, most post fight, what's it called? Post fights, bonuses ever, most submissions of the nights. That doesn't happen anymore, but he's got the most submissions of the night bonuses ever. He's got blonde hair. He's Brazilian. He's got pound for pound the best tattoos in the UFC. He's from the favelas. He's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT. Charles is the GOAT. He's been the GOAT. He's been the GOAT since 2021, and it's not debatable. It is not debatable. Charles is number one, above literally everyone, man. Above your favorite fighter. Charles is the GOAT. Oliveira only Oliveira only didn't beat anyone good. He gets smoked by the current. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. First of all, that fight against Subtoro earlier this year was AI generated. So that did not happen. And we're gonna take the BMF belts from Max Holloway next year. So relax. That's gonna happen. Who else is in the top five? Justin Gaethje. We already knocked out and submitted Justin Gaethje in round one, way back in the day. So Dustin Poirier, who was also in the top five, we submitted him. We had a fun fight back in 2021. Who else is in the top five? Arman Sarukian. Somehow, he robbed Charles Oliveira, lasted UFC 300s. The judges in the UFC are corrupt. They hate Charles Oliveira. Charles won that fight. So I don't get your comment, bro. What do you mean Charles Oliveira doesn't win doesn't win against anyone in the top five. He basically has. He's the GOAT, the greatest. You know what I mean? Give us an official non-AI fight against Ilya Topuria, and I promise we beat him. I promise. We're gonna submit him. Apparently, they want McGregor Chandler for the White House. Nah, he's not getting the White House. McGregor's not getting the White House. I'll tell you this, man. They're gonna save that White House fight for Islam, because I still do believe that Islam next year is gonna have his final fight. So it's gonna be his final fight in the White House versus Ilya Topuria. If Arman Sarukian or Justin Gaethje or whoever he's fighting at UFC 324. Aldo, nah, he's above Aldo. He's on the GOAT list. On the GOAT list, he's above Aldo. Charles is number one. Charles is number one. Saint Pierre, all respects in the world to George Saint Pierre, all the respects in the world to Mighty Mouse. Even for you guys that put John Jones as the GOAT, above John Jones, above Mighty Mouse, above George St. Pierre, above Makachev, above Khabib, above Charles is number one, bro. Debate me. Debate me. Charles is the GOAT. He's the greatest ever. I'm not saying he's the best, I'm saying he's the greatest ever, the most credentialed UFC fighter ever in the history of the UFC. That's what I'm saying. Islam will be fighters for years, bro. Or will be fighting for years. 10 years, bro. Nah, listen. Islam Makhachev is gonna retire next year. Islam Makhachev is gonna have one more fight. He's looking to break the Anderson Silva record. I know Anderson Silva holds the record for the most consecutive wins in the UFC, so he wants to beat that record. Plus, he's turning 35 next year, so he's gonna retire next year, bro. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. He's retiring next year. I love Charles, but no, that's defo Aldo. Aldo is your GOAT. How is Aldo the best of all time? You tell me, how is Aldo the greatest of all time? And obviously, he had the belts for like 14 years or whatever it was. You know what I mean? Like, all the respect. Listen, guys, I do not want to do this. I'm going to take off my glasses in respect of Jose Aldo. I don't want to say this, man, but I really have to. I have to, because I'm defending Charles Oliveira. The biggest moment in Jose Aldo's career, the one moment that Jose Aldo will forever be remembered for was, and I'm sorry I have to say this, man, was for him losing to Conor McGregor in 13 seconds, man. That's the only thing, not the only thing, but that's the one thing above all of his accomplishments. That's the number one thing he's gonna be remembered for now that he's retired. So, as to how you think that Oliveira is above, as to how you think Aldo is above Oliveira, man. I don't know. I don't know how you see that, bro. I don't know how you see that. Like Charles Oliveira is the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time, the best, the biggest star in the company right now. Who's bigger than Charles Oliveira? 10 years, no, 15 years into his UFC career, and he's the biggest star in the company still. Like, I'll tell you this right now, man. Like, I know guys in the gym that don't watch the UFC. They don't watch the UFC, but they know who Charles Oliveira is. Charles Oliveira, Alex Pereira, like all these fun fighters. But Du Bronx, man, Du Bronx is always like, I know the guy with the cool tattoos, with the faces on his chest and the blonde hair. I know, like, the submission guy. Oh, Charles Oliveira, I don't know, Du Bronx, yeah, Du Bronx. Yeah, he's the GOAT. He's the biggest star in South Africa. Charles Oliveira is bigger than Dracos du Plessis in South Africa. So he's the GOAT, bro. He's the GOAT. I mean, like I said, boys, it's not debatable. It's not debatable. Moicano destroying Benoit Saint-Denis, then getting dog walked by Dariush was poetry in motion. And then Dariush getting dog walked by Benoit Saint-Denis. Listen, man, MMA math is kind of crazy. It's like a consistent cycle that keeps rolling. You know what I mean? This guy beats this guy, then that guy gets beaten by the guy that beat that guy. Keeps, you know what I mean? It's a continuous like flow that keeps going. You know what I mean? Whether it's a circle or it's a river that keeps. Yo, MMA math is insane. Listen, you can literally connect fighters that won at the heavyweights to fighters that won in the women's strawweight division somehow. Because it's like this: fighting and MMA math is like this. It's a continuous cycle. Kind of crazy, man. But it was kind of crazy seeing Dariush get knocked out, man, last week. Did not expect that. It's kind of sad, man. Like, I like Benil Dariush. I've always been a fan of his. I like his fights. I like him as a guy as well. Does nice things like charity and all that stuff and gives back. Um, so it was sad to see him lose, but yeah, man. I mean, Benoit Saint-Denis last week was just an animal, bro. He was an animal. That's ego bullshit, bro. What's ego bullshit, bro? Me stating facts. How is me stating facts, me saying or elaborating to you why Charles is the GOAT being called bullshit? I told you. You can debate me if you want to. You cannot counter my debates because you know I'm right. Charles is the greatest ever. He's number one. Forget what people say, bro. Like, look at the facts. Look at the facts. Above everyone. GSP respects. Above GSP, Mighty Mouse, John Jones, Khabib, all of you guys. He's above all of those guys. Look at the credentials. I have the facts to back up why Charles Oliveira is the greatest fighter ever. I have all the facts. So sorry, not sorry, bro. I know you were hoping that I was gonna say John Jones is the GOAT, or I was gonna say I don't know, whoever you think the GOAT is, but it's Charles Oliveira, bro. Charles is the GOAT. How old am I? Why are you asking my age? Why are you asking my age? I'm old enough to debate anyone on MMA history. I'm old enough to debate anyone on MMA history, bro. That's all you need to know. I'm not telling you my age. Why do you want to know my age? I've got a beard. I've got a full beard on my face. So you know I'm old enough. Charles is the GOAT. Good guy Brady saying right now the pound for pound is Ilya, but all time is Charles Oliveira. And right now, bro, like, I have to take out the glasses for this one because I know I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I'm gonna get some hate. So right now, the pound for pound number one is Merab Dvalishvili. I'm gonna take off the glasses one more time. I'm gonna say it again so you guys know that I mean it, and I'm gonna look directly in the camera. Right now, the pound for pound number one in the world, Merab the GOAT Dvalishvili. Last year, I was the biggest Merab hater. This year, the biggest Merab glazer, bro. Fighting 4 times in 1 year as the champion. Come on, bro. And listen, I'll tell you this, man. If Merab finishes Peter Yan in 2 weeks at UFC 323, he's the best ever. He's the best. He's not the GOAT. Charles Oliveira is the GOAT. But if Merab finishes Peter Yan next week, not next week, the following week, he's the best ever. He's the best UFC fighter ever. And Charles Oliveira is the greatest UFC fighter ever. Major difference. But you guys see where I'm going with this. Because it will reveal your mindset. I don't understand why you would think that my age has anything to do with my mindset or my knowledge on MMA. You could easily debate me, bro. I'm just stating facts. I'm telling you the records that Charles has. I'm telling you, I'm stating you the facts. You're only telling me that you think that Aldo is the GOAT, but you're not telling you why you think Aldo is the GOAT. So, I don't think my age has anything to do with my mindsets at all, especially when it comes to comes to MMA knowledge, bro. Like I've been studying this. Like this is my passion. This is my life. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. So when it comes to MMA, bro, there's only a few that can debate me. There's a few that can debate me. I'm openly I am pleased. I am welcoming you with open arms. With open arms. I'm welcoming you to debate me. Tell me why you believe Aldo is above Charles Oliveira on the GOAT list. Tell me. That's all you have to do. You don't need to know my age. You don't need to think anything about what my mindset is or whatever. Tell me why you think Aldo is the GOAT. Just tell me. I'll read your comment right now. Tell me. Debate me. Please. You know I'm right. Charles Oliveira is the GOAT. Let's read a few more comments. South Africans never look their age. Impossible to predict. To be honest, nah, man. I don't agree, bro. I would say that South Africans are very easily predictable. When it comes to age, come on, dog. Nah, it's predictable, man. Very, very predictable. Vador Emelianenko is the GOAT, dominating in the Pride era is such hardball shit. I mean, you have to respect that, man, especially with the rules that those guys had. They would soccer kick them, the guys in the head. They would, knee each other in the face. But to be honest, man, Charles is still the combat. Okay, I don't want to go too far and mix up a whole lot of eras, but when it comes to the UFC era, bro, like the UFC era, the UFC, bro, like UFC from the Reebok era to the ESPN era, like all those eras up until now, Charles Oliveira is the greatest ever, ever. And it's not debatable. Like all the respect in the world to Viator Emelianenko. I'm a big fan of his, man. Like I actually use his workouts, like that Soviet-based workouts. I use that myself, man. He inspired me a lot. But we're not really talking about that era right now. We're not even including that in this conversation. You know what I mean? Plus, the guy he never fought in the UFC, so we've never seen him against the real best of the best. You know what I mean? We never saw him in there against Cain Velasquez. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the competition he had in other promotions were trash cans, but I'm just saying, we never seen him with people who are the best, like your Cain Velasquez, all those guys in their prime. So I don't know, man. Mighty drunk Discord. What's that supposed to mean? Like you're trying to rage bait me now. You know I won the conversation. You know I won the debates. You know that you have to admit that Charles Oliveira is the GOAT. You can't even tell me why Jose Aldo is above Charles Oliveira on the GOAT list. You can't tell me. Because you know I'm right. I'm right. But yeah, man. UFC Qatar, boys. It was fun. It was a fun fight night. Unfortunately, man, Dan Hooker lost. Broke my heart, but it happens. Co-main events, no one cares. Sad to see Jack Hermanson get flatlined, man. I mean, obviously I'm the biggest Orobai, one of the biggest Orobai fans ever, but seeing Hermanson get flatlined like that for a second fight in a row, it was bad, man. It was bad. Volkan Oezdemir got the KO. Um, Prime Volkan Oezdemir. I mean, what else can I say? Who else was on the main card? The returning guy from one championship, I think it is. Good to see him get the win. Beats one of Khabib's guys. That was cool to see. Then called out his training partner, the champion Pantoja. Crazy, but yeah, man. Absolutely fun fight night. No UFC next weekend. I do not know what I'm gonna do next weekend with my time. Crazy, but yeah, man. I mean, we'll be back for UFC 323 in a couple of weeks. And then it's Manel Kopp versus Brandon Reval. What's his name? Brandon Reval. Even if Manel Kopp makes it to fight nights, which I don't believe is gonna happen. Like that main event is still gonna change. No way Manel Cop is gonna show up for a fight. It's never happened, and it's not gonna happen this year. It's not gonna happen in a couple weeks. But yeah, man, a fun fight night. UFC Qatar, the first of many. I think definitely time for UFC South Africa, man. Has to happen. But yeah, chats. Uh, we've been live now for an hour and 50 minutes. An hour and 50 minutes. No comments coming in. Shout out to the one person in the chat. As always, guys, it is Zar-Kombat. Yeah, man, appreciate the support. The links are up, man. I'm everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, literally everywhere, bro. So make sure you follow and hit the links. Follow me on the other platforms as well. Appreciate the chats. Shout out to the two people in the chat. I'll see you. And yeah, man, UFC Qatar. That's a wrap. No more comments coming in. Yeah, man. We'll do it again. I'll probably go live again tomorrow. We'll see. But W Fight Night, W Stream, W Chats. We'll do it again. Thank you so much. That's good.